I tried to talk about this briefly yesterday when I went to go get the mail, but I figured, I'd just redo it, try to get more information on it. Ever since June 13th or June of this year, Disney Channel launched what they had been advertising as new Mickey Mouse shorts. Being Disney fans and Mickey Mouse fans, we look forward to that. We like to hear this new stuff coming. But is it me, or what we're seeing, something that just came totally out of the blue? Now, don't get me wrong, it is funny at times. It does have some unique funniness to it, but for 3 minutes, and the way certain things are, shown, the way certain things are not shown, but referenced and innuendo, you know what I mean? A lot of people, it kind of gets a mixed reaction. Some people feel it's fun, it's refreshing, it's a mixture of the old Mickey of the 20s to early 40s with the contemporary feel of today, sort of that great, it's a good mixture and people like it. But there are those that, when they look at this, just don't understand why Disney would do this. And quite frankly, again, it's one of those situations to where I look at it and like, this is Mickey, but it's not Mickey. It's like, this is Mickey, but it's not Mickey. It's like this character here. I don't know if you can see that real closely. But this character here is Mickey. That's Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Pluto, and Goofy. These are the characters I know. Now don't get me wrong, I've seen the classic Mickeys and all that. I've seen the old ones. But the thing is, to me, that is Mickey Mouse and Mickey and Friends. To be honest with you, it is. But again, there are those that but I can understand where some come from when they say, okay, it's a mixture of the rascally Mickey of the late 20s to early 40s, mixed together with the contemporary feel of today. And I'm not denying it is. I'm not denying that it's enough, because it is. But honestly, what I look at it is, I think it's just Disney's answer to Ren and Stimpy and several other cartoons that were sort of broadcast in this way. That's the way I look at it. 3 minutes of an answer to what was broadcast. I want you to notice something too. If you have the Disney app on your Xbox Live or your PS3 or wherever, I want you to notice that out of all the cartoon shorts they have on there, not one is a 3 minutes short of these. And I'll tell you why. Because I think even though they've only have 19 to 20 ordered, I think some people within the Disney family, they don't like what they're seeing. But a deal's a deal. They got to go with it. They got to go with it. A deal's a deal. They ordered it. They might as well fulfill the contract. But the thing is, it's not Mickey Mouse. It is Mickey. It is Mickey. It is Donald. It is Daisy. It is Pluto. It is Minnie. It's Goofy. It's Pete. But it's basically the rascally side in a more contemporary setting. And again, nothing wrong with that. It's just the way they're being presented. Many look at as being more appropriate for something that you would see on Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. That's the way they look at it. Something that's more in that contemporary feel. Well, not contemporary feel, but more suited for that, that kind of broadcasting, that kind of environment. I want you to know something else. No matter how you look at it, Mickey Mouse Club is still with the characters of modern design. Everything like this magnet I showed you is still modern design. the thing is, the characters still have that modern design, but again, I can understand why they're doing this. Again, I can understand why they're doing this. I mean, it allows them, I mean, I guess the animators feel as though that this is the only way you can get Mickey and his friends into situations that normally, with the more contemporary, modernized designs, you wouldn't see. I can understand that. I can understand that perhaps this version is targeting more towards the mature audience than what you're seeing on, like, say, Disney Junior. But still, it's not Mickey. And I want you to notice something else. Not a lot of people have talked about it. And from what I've read, there have been even though there have been some that have liked it and enjoyed it, there's been criticism about it. You just Google it, put in reviews, and some of the criticisms are going to be a little downplayed. In other words, we're going to downplay it. In other words, they're going to say, yeah, this is a Mickey thing, but it basically feels like it's a parody. That it's not Mickey. You take a look at the short staring cool, and they see some of the things there. It's not Mickey. And again, I'm not saying this is something that's new to any kind of franchise. You take a look at Hanna-Barbera. They hired the guy that did Ren and Stimpy to do 2 Yogi Bear related shorts. 2 of them. One was A Day in the Life of Ranger Smith, and the other was Boo Boo Runs Wild. And these were more targeted towards mature audiences, just like Ren and Stimpy were. And I think that is what these new Mickey Mouse and Friends these new Mickey Mouse shorts are, targeted towards more older audiences. And again, I have nothing against that. It's just more along the lines of, when you look at how people feel about it, like if people are reviewing one short after another, a majority of the time you're going to hear a mixed reaction, a mixed review. Like, kind of like a 50-50, maybe 75-25%, kind of review. Like 25% might be negative, 75% might be positive. Or in some cases, like I saw one review last night on Google, 75% or 80% or even 90% negative, 10% positive. Or whatever. That's basically what I feel. And again, you notice you don't hear much about these anymore, unless you Google it. You don't hear people going out and saying, oh yeah, you should watch this. It's 3 minutes, but it's good. No. Because to me, I think there's a lot of long-time fans, even young fans, that when they look at this, they think, this is not Mickey. This is just a phase that Disney's going through. And again, it's the same kind of phase that Hanna-Barbera went through when they hired the guy that did Ren and Stimpy. So my honest opinion, hey, I totally understand why they're doing it, but to me, that's Mickey. That's Mickey and his friends. The Clubhouse, that's Mickey and his friends. Three Musketeers, Mickey and his friends. Once and Twice Upon a Christmas, that's Mickey and his friends. House of Mouse, that's Mickey and their friends. What I see at the parks, Mickey and his friends. Okay? That to me is the Mickey Mouse, the Mickey, the Minnie, the Donald, the Daisy, the Pluto, the Goofy, the Pete. That's who I am. That's who I see as the official Mickey. It's the real one. This that we're seeing, hey, it's all right, it's fine, it's cool, it's funny. It's funny at times. They let things happen that, no, I guess they feel can't really truly happen with this. And here's what I'm saying. A lot of what they do now, especially with Mickey and all of them, is kind of CGI. Clubhouse is CGI. Some of the related Clubhouse movies are CGI. Twice Upon a Christmas is CGI. So I can understand if they want to just go in this whole, let's kind of mix together the rascaliness of the late 20s, early 40s with contemporariness of today, and we can do whatever we want. I mean, you take a look at Staying Cool. There's a scene about 1:07 in where Donald points out that Mickey better do something about keeping them cool because Goofy's not looking so good, and basically pans out, to Goofy, pans over to Goofy, and you see Goofy melt right into a bubbling puddle with only his hat left. Now I can understand if something like the meltdowns, like melting from heat, maybe as the toon tropes call it the lustful melt, might be implied, might be the reason they're doing this. Like, okay, let's say they have a short coming up in the future where Minnie gets a kiss from from Mickey. Let's say Minnie and Daisy get kisses from Mickey and Donald, or something like that, and together in the same cartoon or individual cartoons. Or they see these, let's say they do a short where they see these handsome guys or these boy-like bands or something like that, and all of a sudden you just see them melt into a puddle. That I can understand. That I can get behind. I can understand and get behind if that, along with other gags, like the eyes just popping out, or like let's say in Staying Cool, the skin getting ripped off, and you see nothing but skeleton. I can understand that. I can understand, let's say, Minnie getting bombarded by let's say Minnie or Daisy's walking down an aisle, or Clarabelle's walking down the street, and all of a sudden, bam, a whole truck of fruit just falls on top of them, and next thing you know, you see is the eyes and everything underneath the fruit. You don't see anything but just the eyes and the mouth, and it's like, you see the mouth kind of move with the fruit. I can understand it. I can understand that. I can understand that being the reason for these happening, because you can do gags and stuff you can't normally do now with a more contemporary CGI feel. But then again, you never know. So to me, even though I understand why they did this for the reasons I mentioned, this is always going to be the official designs. The more contemporary, the more that to me is the official Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, and Pluto. These other ones, I can understand why they're doing them, but I think some people are right. I think they're more like satires and parodies of what the characters are, and basically it's a phase that they're going through, they're testing out that other companies have done before, and I don't know if it's going to be a hit or a miss. Right now it looks like it's getting that mixed reaction to where the mixed reaction leads towards more of the miss kind of deal. So I don't think we'll see any more of these afterwards. I could be wrong, but we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see, but that's about it. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to y'all later, but that's just my opinion. I want to know yours.